What's up, everybody? It's Azubuike with Azubuike Finance. This is your market update. Today, we are talking about the fact that we are in a recession, unofficially, and maybe depending on who you ask. But here's what we know, okay? I say unofficial because there's some information that will need to come out to confirm that we are definitely in a recession. But what we have so far is the stats that have been confirmed that we've had 2 quarters consecutively of negative GDP growth. And historically, when that's happened, our country has gone into a recessionary period. So if history is repeating itself, we can consider that we're in a recession. Now, the indicators I was talking about earlier that a lot of people are going to be looking for, including the economists and people in the bureaus that call out these stats and basically confirms that we're in a recession, is the unemployment rate. That is a key accompanying factor and indicator that a lot of people are going to be looking for, because that will later confirm that we're in a recession. Now, it's too early to tell. We haven't seen a significant increase in unemployment just yet. However, I'm going to show you a graph so that you can make sense of how these things work, and I'm going to explain this to you. So this graph, by the way, is brought to us by MBS Highway. Now, notice the shaded areas. That indicates the recessionary periods our country's gone through. And you can see that unemployment rates typically don't start until after the recessionary periods start, right? So if we've had these 2 quarters and it's indicating kind of the start of our recessionary period, we can expect to see unemployment start to increase and people losing their jobs here in the near future. Obviously, we don't wish that upon anybody, but that's just how these things work, okay? Now, how does this impact the housing market? What does this do to the housing market? Well, again, going back to historical data, I'm going to put up another graph, and this one will show us what happens with interest rates during recessionary periods. This graph is also brought to us by MBS Highway. And as you can see, again, in the shaded areas, interest rates start to come down during recessionary periods and after recessionary periods. And the interesting thing here is, I've talked about it a good amount in my market updates. Rates have been going up. The Fed's increased rates to try to fight inflation and to hopefully slow down the economy going into a recession. But evidently, every time that they've really hiked rates, it's been followed up by a recession based on this historical evidence, right? But the good news is that rates eventually do come down, and that is a go-to move of the Feds to try to help the economy recover. And again, a lot of times with this kind of stuff, history repeats itself. So if we can expect history to repeat itself, rates are going to have to come down. And that's good news because the housing market needs it, but ultimately the economy needs it. And so if we're going off of historical patterns, we can expect this to happen as soon as 6 months and as late as 12 to 14 months, as a lot of people consider that to be the time frame of recessionary periods, the duration of recessionary periods. So whenever it does happen, it's going to be good news, and we're going to look forward to that. So hopefully this was helpful information. If I can help with anything, always feel free to reach out. And until next time, take care and God bless.